my name is Jeremy Bigelow, and this is a presentation on the evaluation of my senior practicum project and experience. What was my project about? My senior practicum project, I decided to take on falls and fall prevention on my unit. Why I chose this topic? After having our yearly evaluations at work, I came to understand that our unit did not do well with our fall prevention national safety goals this past year. There were many factors that played into this, but the most prevalent reason is missed prevention measures. And what were my goals? My goals for this project were to increase staff knowledge on falls and fall preventions, as well as increase compliance with fall prevention measures. Completing my learning strategies. The following is a brief description of how I completed the learning strategies from my learning contract. The design phase. Research on current literature. I found the most recent literature on fall prevention and performed a literature review of these articles. Review of the current hospital policy. I pulled my hospital's policy to review. This was then compared to the literature, which was found to match. I created a lesson plan, educational PowerPoint, and pre-post test. The policy and literature were congruent, and I created a lesson plan, a PowerPoint, and a pre/post test to perform an in-service with the staff on my unit. The implementation phase. I had the staff take a knowledge pre-test prior to presentation of the material. And then the same test was given post-presentation to determine if the material helped to increase the knowledge of falls and their prevention. I also performed compliance audits on the 10 highest fall risk patients on the unit, pre-presentation and post-presentation. This was to determine if there was an increase in compliance post-presentation. The evaluation phase. I analyzed the data of the pre-post test, which showed a major increase in overall average from pre to post test. This helped me to meet my goal of increasing knowledge of falls and fall prevention. I then analyzed my audits to determine if there was an increase in compliance from pre to post presentation. The numbers showed a large increase in compliance post presentation. I also asked staff for reasons of non-compliance. These reasons were compared to the policy to determine if there were any holes that could compromise compliance. There were ultimately no true holes found, and much of the issue was lack of knowledge. Applying my knowledge and skills. Being a teacher. This project allowed me to take on the role of an educator. I was able to educate my peers on how the policy should be used to keep our patients safe. Being a leader. This project helped me to see how I could be a leader within the staff to advocate for the patient's safety and increase staff compliance. And being a visionary. Using the data I found for my project allows me to understand how I can further support my unit and the hospital in the future and frequent education in important areas. Accountability and responsibility to practice. How did my experience teach me about accountability and responsibility to nursing practice? My experience showed me that even the most experienced nurses can forget about what is necessary. It proved to me that we, as nurses, need to remember not to be complacent. in our jobs, and it is our responsibility to keep ourselves accountable in our practice. How did it teach me about continuously learning and reflecting on my own practice? As I was reviewing the literature and policies, I realized I was missing components in my own practice. This showed me the need to reflect on my own practice and remember to continually learn as I further my career. Completion of course learning outcomes. Creation of an improvement project. This learning outcome was completed through the Practicum project that helped me to increase compliance and fall prevention measures on my unit. Completion of CE course related to project. I was able to find 2 different 1-hour continuing education courses that helped support my project. The first was on how nurses act as risk managers. The second was on pain, agitation, and delirium, all of which are risk factors for falls in hospitals. And then reflecting on my skills gained and how to apply them in the future. There were multiple skills I improved on throughout this class, which include research, time management, and leadership. My research skills have improved through this class and can be used as I advance my career climbing our clinical nursing ladder. This class made me work on my time management skills as I tried to work full-time and complete this large project. And finally, it increased my leadership skills by making me present my project and lead through my own practice to increase compliance on my unit. In summary, I have needed to draw upon multiple skills throughout this class and improve on others. The implementation of my project showed significant improvement in knowledge and compliance of my unit staff on fall prevention compliance. It made me reflect on my own practice and determine where I needed to improve as well. Overall, this project in class has been a success in both my personal practice and the practice of my unit. Thank you.